And we're back. I'm Ethelred, the worst Civ player on YouTube. Let's lose some Civ, and I think the Ottomans are going to help us out with that. Since I left off, a day has passed, and I asked on Reddit, what would you do in this current situation? And I got a bunch of good advice. Rock Solid there said I need to build walls in Mecca ASAP, even if that means selling something in order to be able to buy the walls, and to set the other towns to build crossbowmen. And Tedious had a really good idea, which is to put a pikeman right here, and that'll work as a pivot point to force Ottoman troops onto that lake, where they'll embark and I'll be able to destroy them. So, armed with that, I have something of a plan to handle the Ottomans. The Zulus are still going decently enough. Really, I think I was doing well against them. And the Americans are the big question in this. I feel like if I lose very many troops, they're going to be invited to invade. So I need to A, not lose any troops, and B, I need to find some way in order to get diplomatic benefits with these guys. I don't have a declaration of friendship. I would like one. I think that would help. I doubt they're going to do it.
Go ahead.
I can't even ask right now. Alright, so have we traded recently? Do we have that? No, we don't. But we do have current deals. No, we've just got trade routes.
Good day.
Let's see if we can trade something with them.
Proceed.
No, I don't know if open borders counts as a trade deal. I could buy one of their luxury. Well, they're not going to sell any of those luxuries. I don't think that I've got any trade deals I can make with them. How about a defensive pact? No, yeah, well, that would have been nice. Alright, I'm at the point now where I click next turn, although I want to see if there's anything I can do in the meantime. Walls cost $550. I have $432. At my current rate of gold, that'll be about 4 turns before I can get the walls. So, is there something I can sell to help make up that money? Well, 15 gold for a shrine, that's not going to cut it. Yeah, that's just not going to work. What about a monument? 15 gold. That's just not gonna do it. If I had a declaration of friendship with somebody, I might be able to sell. No, I don't have anything I can sell. I could possibly disband a unit and get 25 gold. That might not be horrible. Suppose I could do that. All of that combined, I'd still only get to about 500 gold. Alright, so we're gonna sit on that. Now, yeah, we're going to focus on gold for a little while, just to help with the situation that we're in. Okay, gold focuses on. I don't even need to produce this Colosseum. I can just produce wealth? No. Okay. So plus 44. That'll be pretty quick that I'll be able to get those walls up. Now I need to get some kind of melee unit over here to act as a pivot point in those woods. Unfortunately, all of my melee units are way off on the east side of town. And they're already moved for this turn. So, I guess I'm just going to hit next turn. Destroy me, he says. Get 25 gold out of me, he says. Yep, well, he volunteered. He should have kept his mouth shut. Alright. Damascus was bombarded by bowmen and animal... shoot. This looks like it's going to be over real quick. I'd not quite anticipated this level of success in city bombardment against Damascus. What is the unit which is the furthest away which can still attack this impy? Yeah. I think it might be... I think I can move him one and have him attack this impy. That gets rid of that guy. And now I can hit the impy north of town, who's already damaged, with 2 attacks at most. Yeah. 2 attacks at most. So this guy's got a promotion, which is nice. He'll take the open terrain one. And I can try to come along back and hit these archers that he's left undefended with my pikemen. Afraid I'm not going to have very many choices here. Well, we'll just do what we can against this one impy. And we got him close. One more hit from anybody would have done it. It's a shame that I can't hit him just one more time. Yeah, that is a shame. Though maybe I can reduce some of these impies enough that... Wow, this would be a suicide mission. If I send this horseman up to fight this impy, the only hope that I could get out of sending this horseman up here to fight this impy is that I would damage it. It would either do less damage next turn to Damascus, or the impy would turn and fight the horseman. No, more likely these 2 impies to the south would fight the horseman. It's better instead that I try to lure these guys off a little bit. Yeah. Okay, and over here... Oh boy, look at that. I think this game's going to be over real quick. I'm going to be restarting. We'll hold in there. We're at 505. We'll be able to get the walls next turn. Yep. That is extremely unfortunate. That's all I've got to say. I don't think that there's much I could do. How quickly could I build? So I've got one more turn and I'll have the gold to buy the walls. How quickly could I get a unit out? Pikemen? Crossbowmen? Not soon. Not soon. I'm gonna ask. I think I asked last night if he would declare war against the Ottomans, but he probably won't. How about Shaka Zulu?
Is the following trade of interest to you?
Yeah. So he wants 3 gold. I've got 505. I'll get 50 next turn. Well, 47 if I take that deal. That'll still be enough to buy these walls. Alright. I could use some help. You've already got units over here. Maybe you'll help me out. Come on, Americans, help me out.
Good day. Proceed.
3. Can we get it for 2?
Is the following trade of interest to you?
No. 3 it is then.
No.
You better do something, man. I better see something. Alright. The horsemen, I believe they'll be much more useful here in the open terrain rather than over here in the woods. And maybe that's a mistake, but I'm going to stick with it. I'm going to keep the horsemen over here. So, who needs orders? Oh, this workman? You can go finish building this lumber mill. Try not to get yourself killed on the way. Alright, so who thinks we're going to lose Damascus? Yeah, so Attila wants to renew our deal for ivory for gold. I'll accept that. And Damascus? Damascus fell. But there's the Americans. Oh yeah, this game's almost over. Damn, I fought really well over here. I did. It just wasn't enough. It is time for me to move my forces now. I believe the Americans will deal with Damascus. And probably, you know what I could do? I could leave a pikeman over here. Because the Americans are going to try to take Damascus. And I may be able to sneak a pikeman in. Maybe I can do that. Alright. In the meantime, we're going to try to get as many units over here to help out our capital. So we'll leave one pikeman over here to defend Damascus. Gee, many Christmas. These horsemen are no good against Impy. I might as well just get my horsemen out of range before they start getting their butts kicked. Wow. That's intense. And what do we got here? Nobody embarked. Got a bunch of melee units coming at us. Well, I did call this Let's Lose Civ. That was not a bad shot there. Damn. But I can't buy walls this turn. Probably because I lost Damascus. Yeah, because I lost Damascus. Pikeman was bombarded. While defending, your pikeman was destroyed by Zulu Impy. Alright, so I lost one of my pikemen over here. I lost both of my pikemen over here. I have literally no way I can reclaim Damascus now. Oh, there he is! Hallelujah. I will just set him to defend and let the Americans deal with these Zulus for a little while. I wonder if this Impy were to attack. Yeah, let's get you out of here. Alright. And we can fire on this guy and take out one of their land troops. I don't feel like these horsemen are going to be any use in the current battle except to get killed and reduce our military capability low enough for America to decide to end us. So this archer's probably in a really bad situation, but at least he's got a great general now. Too little, too late. Oh crap. Walls, 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 walls. There we go. I should have shot that embarked unit. Alright, well. I don't know what deal you're talking about, Harold. I don't see anything on the trade menu, so goodbye. You know what, Genghis? Shit, that was an accident. I'm rattled now. Yes, accept. That was stupid. I'm rattled. This is going downhill. Now. take out as many of these units as I can. Yep, I'll just take out as many of these troops as I can. And this worker, I'll just have him park. If we survive this battle with the Ottomans, then I'll get back to nation building, but I'm afraid to say I think this is probably over. Yeah, man, sure, Genghis, let's be friends. Hey, I got a little situation on my hands. Maybe you could help me out. City of Mecca is at half-life now. I got rid of another melee unit. I got rid of another one. There's only a few melee units left, actually. But anyway, this is probably still a loss. Oh, jeez. You see? American. They took it. And I had no chance. I did a lot wrong in this game. I will say that I did a lot wrong in this game. And now he's trapped. It's awesome. That's great. Did a lot wrong in this game. I learned a lot, especially by doing a Let's Play on it. And by getting feedback from my viewers and from Reddit. So the next game, I believe I can start a lot stronger than this one. I guess I'll be starting it here in a few minutes. But this was a great learning experience for me, not just in how to play Civ, but also in how to do Let's Plays. You guys, everyone who helped me out was great. I wish I could say that I'd saved my city, but I probably didn't. I say probably because I've just about killed the last melee unit. I will fight to the bitter end. On every single one of my games, I will fight to the bitter end. I call it Let's Lose Civ because I'm probably going to lose, but I ain't going to just throw the game. Now, I believe if I kill the last of his melee units, he will retreat. Oh, jeez. I think the melee unit is retreating. So, I'll deal with crossbowmen for a few minutes here. Kind of clean up the situation a little bit. And shoot, yeah, I'll adopt a policy. Next turn, what happens? Is this the turn where it all ends? I don't think so. I think their only land unit is departing. Mecca is at 0. And their only land unit is some distance away. I will take him for rough terrain combat bonus. See if I can reach out and get him. I can't move this crossbowman and shoot far enough to hit that knight. But I can hit these crossbowmen just fine. That's not bad.
I trust you are.
How about open borders for once? What do you want for open borders? 1 gold? Deal. Goodbye. Alright. Now what? Now what? Now what? Now what? Mecca is still at 0. But damn, Damascus was a bad loss. I think I'm actually going to pull this out. I think I'm going to repel this invasion. Alright, well, I think that the Ottomans have been defeated, but at a terrible cost. It's fair to say, though, that with or without the Ottomans, I think I would have lost Damascus. So I really can't blame the loss of Damascus on the Ottomans. Now, I have a bad situation. Yes, it's true. I have a bad situation here. But I'm going to try to pull it off. So I think I'm going to take Alundi. I'm going to send my troops out here to try to take Alundi. The Impies, they're hardcore. I had a lot better luck against the Ottomans. But the Ottomans have 2 cities between me and their capital, whereas Alundi, I can basically just march right in and take it, except for the Impi. On the other hand, I did just destroy the Impi. So I think I'm going to straight away send my units back. No. And have something to say about all the trouble that they've caused me. Maybe they took Damascus, but maybe I can take Alundi. I will leave 2 crossbowmen here. And I will set this to building a pikeman. I'll stop wealth generation. I will set it to production focus to get the pikemen out as quickly as possible. I'm improving the forests and the lumber mills. I guess somewhere along the way, both of my catapults died. I must not have noticed their passage. So what can I do for trebuchets? I can build a trebuchet in 0 turns because I don't have trebuchets. I have catapults still. Catapults are just not going to get it done. But I'll have physics in 2 turns. Alright. I'll save up some gold. My trade routes are all dead. Probably the fastest way for me to start getting gold again would be to start buying caravans. Jeez. This is just bad. Yeah. All I can try to do right now is try to get some gold. Get my gold situation back up. Get my caravans running again. Get a pikeman out. 1 pikeman. I get 1 pikeman out. And a couple of catapults. These horsemen will be worth nothing right now. Maybe right now, this instant, is not the minute to take Alundi. Maybe I should just chill for a second. I will take one of these forts down here, though. Yeah. I will set up a staging area down here. Alright, well... don't know what to say at this point. Except... the Americans are probably going to take Alundi before I can. That's what I've got to say. Yeah, well... it's been interesting. I can build trebuchets now. Yusuf was promoted. Hey, he stole a technology. Good job, man. Stay in Carthage. What tech will help me the most right now? Chivalry. Yes, chivalry. New priority. Upgrade the camel archers. Come on back to town, guys, to get upgraded. Am I research now? We'll stay down on the military side of the tech tree. Ah, jeez. They're moving all over the place and screwing up my positioning of troops. Amazingly, I only had one tile ransacked around Mecca. Not bad. Okay, did I order all of my horsemen back? No, I'm not gonna swear. I'm living for today, baby. Horsemen, get back and upgrade. I need one horse. Oh, jeez. My strategic resource has been pillaged. Okay. Hey, America.
I trust you are a friend to liberty.
I want to make a deal with you.
I'm listening.
3 horses. 5 gold. Deal. Goodbye. And camels. Nice. Need more horses. Attila. How about horses? No? Dito, you're really far away. Genghis. Buddy. I know you got some horses. I'm not surprised. Alright, well I got 2 of the 3 of them upgraded. And finally I got one of these forts. So I'll set these guys to protect, just to keep an eye behind my pikemen. I wonder how long until Alundi falls. Well, I have learned a lot. I don't think I can win this game anyway. I'm really just continuing to play because I refuse to give up. But I think the fight's gone out of me. But I won't give up. So... We'll send these camel archers up here just to see what we can see. Recon the area a little bit. Oh, Bratislava is at war with me. Nice. Yeah, because they're both friends with the Ottomans. And they're killing my poor Tyrreme. Medina, it's time for you to build some trebuchets. And in fact, I think all I'm going to do is produce military units for a little while. Yep, that's it. How many turns until I get that hill? Forever. Jeez. Well, see if I can get myself another lumber mill down here for another hammer. He wants a peace treaty, but America's probably going to take Alundi. I don't want to make peace with him. I want to pursue this war for Alundi. But I don't think I could get Alundi at this point. On the other hand, I could make 5 gold per turn for 45 turns if I agree to a peace deal now. So... oh, jeez, this is really galling. Is it possible that America could be so inept that they won't be able to take Alundi? It is possible. The AI is pretty bad. It's possible. Well. So what do my resources look like? Is there anything I can sell? I got lots of ivory. So let's see if anybody wants to trade for ivory. Not America. Not the Vikings. I think I'm giving one to him for free. Dito. Nope. Genghis. Yeah. Give me 7 gold per turn. We're friends. Thanks, buddy. Never mind. I really should just disband that worker. I mean, I don't hardly need him right now. I guess I'll go improve desert into... No. Changing my mind. I'll have him build that farm. And then I'll have him come down here to Medina and improve farms. So... I just want to see the fight, guys. Just let me in and I'll take a look at what you guys are doing. Yeah. That's a lot of units. And they're embarking, which is stupid. Wonder if I send a pikeman over. If I'd have any chance of stealing a Lundi. I may. I may. Well, look at that. World Congress. Huh. An interesting cast. With Alex here for the Diplo win. I can make a proposal. How about we embargo? I'm not even playing. I'm just mad now. How about we embargo the Ottomans? Yeah. Nice. Nice. How far can I get? Not bad. I love these camel archers. I will have to do this again sometime. Damn, but Uma Gonna Love You's gonna hit me. Yep, I'll accept embassies from all you guys now. And I'll sell my dies to the Vikings. Alright, so maybe I was right. Maybe the Americans are going to be stupid enough to get themselves killed down here. That would be very interesting. Yes. Very interesting. They have a general embarked. That's nice. Trebuchets now. Trebuchets. Send the pikemen down here to the pivot point, which Rock Solid had pointed out a long time ago. No, it was tedious. Alright. I love the fact that these guys can move after shooting. That's just so handy. I'm happy to sell, especially for horses. But let's increase the gold per turn just a little bit. Up to 4. Can we do that with 2 horses? Thanks. I've got another... Shurbanipal must be upsetting people. I've got another horse now. I can upgrade my horseman to a camel archer. Hooray! Alright, upgraded and ready to join the fight. I would never send my general unescorted, but the Americans are here. I'm here. In fact, I'm gonna start moving units up. I'm thinking I may have a shot at this city. Yep. Who knows? I'll just take pot shots at things for a little while. Actually, I'll leave everything right where it is. leave my camel archers right where they are. In fact, I'll bring my pikemen right to the water's edge. No way I'm gonna get in a fight with Washington. Are you mad? How dare you? And I've got income again. Open borders. I wonder if I'll be able to move off this hill. Yep. Oh man, those things are nice. I love these camel archers. You know what they remind me of? They remind me of the Mongol units, the Kashyyyks. Those things are incredible. Incredible. I did a king game with them and just loved them. It was one of the few times I did win. I totally ran the board as the Mongols. It was the Mongol hordes. It was a thing of beauty. Steel. You know, and I worked so hard getting a university so I could turn it over to the Americans in Damascus. That is a bitter pill. Let's see here. Take care. I'll hit this crossbowman to the south of me. Nice. Can I... Yeah, one turn, come down here, hit you. And then how far can I move on one turn? I can't. Alright. Skip your turn. That was a strange move. I told him to go to the hill and he came out here to this hill. That's odd. Don't quite get that. Alright. Glad I didn't take that peace deal. We're gonna get in here to some rough terrain here. What? He doesn't have any promotions already. But Ulundi is on the plains. So I'm gonna go with plains. I will heal up this archer. Can I get this guy to come forward? Yes. And I can bring my crossbowmen up to the north to have them arranged. Yep. Wait, wait, and wait. I think I'm gonna wait until I've got a trebuchet, which will be in 6 turns. I think I can afford to wait. And I think that's the right thing to do here. Getting everything the open promotion for hitting Ulundi. I'm kind of glad I did wait because I've got troops coming in from the south. Alright. More open promotion. I can hit this impy and then back off. I love these camel archers. And look at this. A bunch of American units heading towards Mecca. Boy, that's not suspicious. Come on, sleep. Let's go. There's like almost no way I can still win this game, but I will continue to play it. So I'm gonna take out these impies as they come. At least it'll be experience for the camel archers. I don't even think I'll move them. I'll just leave them parked there. Yep. Yeah, I'll have them all awaiting, or whatever, active, whatever it is. Peace treaty? No. No, dude, there's no peace. Look at that. Easy shot on the impy down here that just embarked. Amazing. I would love to be able to take out that. There's 2 generals. Good night. That's a little overwhelming. Alright, I said I was going to bring him down here to Medina to do some improvements. I guess I'll have him come to Medina too. How long until I get a trebuchet? I'll be happy with just 1. 3 turns, and it'll probably be 5 or 6 turns to get him across to the city. 235 gold with 30 coming in per turn. Not altogether horrible. We'll have these guys build farms out in the desert. They'll be moisture farmers. Alright. Who thinks that I can take Alundi? Who thinks I'll be able to do this? I've got 1 melee unit to do it. 1. And Alundi's got walls. It's got a combat strength of 35, which is greater than Mecca was, and Mecca really pounded people. I know there's a great general over there. I'll have a camel archer pop in a minute just to see what's there. Just to see what unit they've got inside the city. St. Louis. Well, I got my first trebuchet. Alright, let's send it to the front. Interesting that the Ottomans have never come back. You know what? I should try to make peace with them.
Selamlar.
Yeah, let's make peace. I really don't need you knocking on my door.
Det er en fin aftale. Selv en simpel tigger vil være enig.
Alright, let's see what Alundi has. I'll pop a camel archer up on those hills to see what I can see. Nothing. Now can I shoot and then retreat? Oh my gosh. This just isn't even fair. That's awesome. Okay, his firing range is right here. If I move my pikeman back, I can bring my camel archer up there, and next round I'll be able to pull the same cheesy move. Alright, I'll just cheese Alundi down.
Gelin pazarlığa tutuşalım.
And the impies are back. That's unfortunate. So let's hit and run. Hit and run. This is exactly what I did with the Kashyyyks so long ago. Just hit and run. That kills him.
Gelin pazarlığa tutuşalım. Koşun.
And they will try, but they will fail. Because they are badly outnumbered now. And they will just give me upgrades and upgrades galore. And I will pop onto the hill, shoot Alundi for some experience, fall back, And my trebuchet is showing up. I'll take a research agreement with the Mongols, because if I need anything, it is research. Alright, new turn. Pop on a hill. Shoot a Lundi. Leave. Repeat. Leave. And let the third camel archer heal up. Yup. Trebuchet's here. I don't know how I can actually bring it into battle better than I've got these camel archers, though. So I think I'm just gonna park it until the last minute. Another impy. Wonder if I can hit it with my trebuchet. Nope, that's too bad. And I stole another tech. Yeah, gunpowder. Nice. Which means I can get astronomy for a observatory. That'll get me several techs as I chain along that tree. That'll help improve the number on my literacy. Gonna cheese you, and I'm gonna cheese you, and slowly you're gonna fall. Patience, strategic patience. That is what this is. And they've turned out another impy. If they were smart, they would leave that impy in Olundi. But they're not smart. They're gonna have it attack me. So, the Ottomans, being no friends of mine, I should go convert their cities and have them start tithing to my temples. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. Oh man, I love these camel archers. I will play Arabia again. That is just too nice. You know, in very many ways, the Arabs are like the Mongol hordes. The only difference is that rather than the Khan, which is an awesome great general that has like a 5 movement, you get the Khan, whereas in this one you get all the cash. And I think I would almost rather have the cash. Somebody on Reddit said that they thought, or maybe it wasn't Reddit, maybe it was Sid Fanatics, that the Arabs were a great war civilization, and boy were they right. Why can I not fire onto the city of Ulundi? I can pillage. Yeah, let's pillage. And that ended my turn. That sucks. Because just one turn down, and with that archer in that town now, they'll be able to hit him with the city and the town and the great general. But I guess they did not succeed in killing my camel archer. Alright, so I feel like this pussyfooting around Ulundi's not going to get it done. It's going to take all of us hitting it. So let's just let this last camel archer get healed up, and let's just go hit it. We got some trebuchets that are coming out. Those will help. Alright, production in lieu of... yeah, it's going to be caravans. I'm going to try to get my caravans back up and running. It is too bad I lost Damascus, or else this would be going really well. Alright. Building caravans, sending trebuchets to Ulundi. Dealing with these pesky impies. Getting experience. fortifying my guys. Spreading my faith.
Deveremos prosperar através do comércio?
I elected to be friends with Brazil just because I could use any friends I can get right now. Getting a lot of nice promotions here. In a turn or two, I should have people healed up enough that I can proceed on Ulundi. Especially with the next couple of trebuchets coming in. You know what? I don't have a problem with Ethelred or Genghis Khan. I don't have problems with these guys. See, in Brazil's, they're friends with Genghis Khan, and they're enemies with Harold the Bluetooth. It seems like upstanding guys. Two more trebuchets coming up. Alright, so what's going to be the last plan of attack here? I almost need a distraction. Because I'm going to march this one pikeman up, and it's going to die. The city has got to be... Ooh, look. Ah, damn, I was going to say I could get my pikemen on this road. I'll bring over another pikeman. Alright, so... This has to be quick. Now, once I get on this road, I could bring my pikemen down to... Let me turn on the hex grid to see exactly. Hex grid. 1, 2 spaces. I can bring my pikeman down to here and he'll be safe. And then in the next turn, he'll be able to go down and get on this road and probably make it as far as this line of hills. And in the next turn, he'll be able to make it into Ulundi. So that'll be 1, 2 turns to get into Ulundi. Now, in the meantime, I've got to have pummeled this city down. I mean, Ulundi's got to be down in order for me to be able to call out a success. I need to spare my camel archers. Trebuchets, they want to hit the city, but Ulundi's going to take them out hardcore. If I get the trebuchets up on these hills, they're going to get one shot or none. I can see myself getting one trebuchet onto this hill, firing once, and it being destroyed by the city. I'm going to send this archer in to cause some havoc. And guess I don't have a whole hell of a lot of a plan. Guess I'm just going to start pounding at the city. Because I can't think of a good way to do this. Except try to bring the city down as much as possible. And then 2 turns from its fall, have my pikemen jump in. I'll have to spread religion another time on Bursa. It looks like once wasn't enough. Alright, and they are bringing troops out of the woodwork. This camel archer has got to retreat. Retreat. So I fired on that knight to soften him up. I don't want to kill him. Good. Where can I move my archer? into range of city bombardment. Yeah, I think I will. Just to draw their fire almost. Okay. I had not wished or anticipated to see Longswordsman and Impy come out. They must have sensed I was making the move on Olundi. Well, that's ridiculous. An AI doesn't sense anything. If somebody can look at this and tell me, oh, hey, you should do this, this, and this, that would be great. But at this point, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try just basically for force preservation. I'm basically going to focus on just keeping my guys alive. Because otherwise, I'm going to look like an idiot by throwing away a bunch of units. It's having Uma Gonna Love You to the south which makes things so difficult. Indeed. I gotta dispatch some of these guys or else this pikeman's gonna be in serious trouble. Luckily, it looks like I will be able to do the task. Alright. Heal up, everybody. And we're going to send our first caravan back for the highest science in Atlanta. Set all those guys to fortify. Now he's willing to give me a city. Are you mad? I do not want your city. I just really, there's only one of your cities that I want. Great scientist. That's fabulous. That's nice. I'll set up an academy with him. Alright. I think we're gonna try this whole push into a Lundi thing again. We're Gonna Love You is really complicating this. I've only got one of 4 caravans going and I've got 45 gold coming in.
Is the following trade of interest to you?
So I wonder if America would be amenable to a declaration of friendship.
Good day. Proceed.
Nope. Oh wow. That's unfortunate. What am I gonna do here? What am I gonna do? What are literacy 15, soldiers 7? That's not bad. Doing terrible at this game. My second pikeman has shown up. That will be incredibly useful. I might be able to send one pikeman in, have him bunker down on these mountains. Yeah. And have him be the decoy to get pounded on by the city while I have my trebuchets set up. By golly. I'll do it. Alright.
Det er en fin
I
aftale.
think I've got a plan now. I think I'll have something I can do about Burundi. If they would just stop making these impies, that would be great. Okay, so this guy's gonna heal up, jump up here. This guy's gonna stay right where he is. He'll move 2, and then he'll move probably the rest of the way in. Alright, so he'll be able to jump in 2 turns with him taking this spot. And then I'll have my trebuchets take this line of hills right here. How am I going to use my camel archers? I'm going to have them do a run around down to the southeast side of Burundi. Yep. Yep. Not this turn. But maybe next one. Okay. Let's get rid of this last impy. Run a turn. Damn, but there's another impy. They make impies as fast as I can kill them. Okay, so I can't build any more caravans. That's good news. What am I going to build in its place? Could build a harbor. Start doing sea trade routes. There's no science units that I could build down here. That reminds me. I'm going to go ahead and lock some population onto the university. And I'm going to have them build a workboat. Okay, there's some extra science. I know I keep saying I'm going to, any minute now, attack Burundi, but I also keep saying I'm going to wait until I've got these impy taken care of. Well, I think I'm going to cut it right there. I will talk to you later. Like, comment, share, sub. Peace out.